Hello, fine people. Today we're going to be talking about tracking my ovulation. Yes, tracking my ovulation. This topic is very important for all TTC moms. If you're trying to conceive, you need to watch this video to the very end. Okay. Now, a lot of ladies have the wrong information. They don't know the right time to take in. They don't know when they are ovulating. They don't know how to calculate and track their ovulations. So, I'll be teaching you today for free. Now, the first thing we'll look at is your cycle length. Now, a cycle length is always between 22 to 35 days. So, and of course, it varies. One person or two people might not have the same cycle length. Some people have shorter cycle lengths, which is between 22 to 26 days, and some other people have longer cycle lengths, that is from 27 to 35 days. So what we are trying to say is some people can have shorter cycle lengths while some people have longer cycle lengths. And of course, some people menstruate for 3 days, some 5 days, while some menstruate for 7 days. We're going to look at all of those things today. But if you have a short cycle length, your ovulation day is totally different from somebody that has a long cycle length. We're going to look at all of that today. Okay. Now let us look at the calendar. Okay. We're going to formulate period dates, and then I'll tell you when you are going to be ovulating. So we're going to start from people that menstruate for 3 days. Let us just assume you menstruate for 3 days and you have 22 days cycle length. Okay, so your period is 3 days, and then your cycle length is 22 days. Okay, we're going to calculate it from this time. This is January and February timetables. Calendars. We're going to calculate it, and then I'll tell you when you are going to be ovulating. Okay, now we need to note that if you have 22 days cycle length, your ovulation is on the day 8. You start counting from the first day of your period. But I'm going to do all of those things now practical, so you see. Okay, so let us use the first person, Bimbo. Bimbo has 22 days cycle length. Yeah. And she menstruates for how many days? 3 days. Right? So let's say Bimbo's period started on the 7th. On the 7th. And then it lasted for 3 days. That's 7th, 8th, 9th. Let me mark it. 7, 8, 9. Okay. And we already know that Bimbo has 22 days cycle length. That's this 22 days now is the period of time before her next period. Now we're going to count. So we'll start counting from the day she started her period. So that's 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so Bimbo's next period will be on the 29th. Is that clear? This is when her next period would be. And of course, she's going to menstruate for 3 days. That's 29, 30, 31st. So now, how do we calculate Bimbo's ovulation day? When is Bimbo going to ovulate? When is the correct day? Or when is the period where she can get pregnant? Now we're going to count. So if you want to calculate this, first of all, know that for 22 days cycle length, your ovulation is going to be on your day 8. 22 days, day 8. So you have to be very careful when counting this. You have to be very careful when counting this, and you must calculate properly. So we are going to count now. How do we count? We start from the start of that her last period. Let's say she has menstruated this whole time, like the January period, right? That's the first week of January. So we're trying to get her ovulation for February. That's when she's going to ovulate and can take in. Now we'll start. This is 29, so we'll start from here. This is the next time she's going to start her period. So 29 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on the 5th of February, Bimbo would release an egg. Her ovaries would release an egg. Is that understood? I hope you're understanding this. Bimbo is going to release an egg on the 5th. This is her main ovulation day. This is the day her body releases an egg. Her ovaries releases one egg. Okay, so now when can Bimbo meet her husband? Bimbo can meet her husband on the 3rd, on the 4th. I mean, these are the days where she has very high chances. On the 3rd, on the 4th, and on this day. The moment this egg has been released and Bimbo did not meet her man, and the sperm, there's no sperm there to fertilize the egg, from this day, the chances are very slim, because this egg has been released and within 24 hours it will expire. Okay, so it's always advisable to do it before. All right, so she needs to be very, she needs to plan properly. Saturday, which is the 3rd, Sunday, which is the 4th, and Monday, which is the 5th, are the major days where she can take in, especially this day, which is the 5th. Do we understand this? I hope we do. So we are done with Auntie Bimbo now. Let us now look at the second person, Chioma. Let's say Chioma has a 27-day cycle length. Yeah? Let's say 27 days cycle length. And she menstruates for how many days? For 5 days. Let's say 5 days, right? So we are going to count. Let us still use 7th as the last period, or the first period in January. So we're going to count 7 days, 5 days. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? Chioma will she'll start on the 7th and finish menstruating on the 11th. Okay, so now we will now calculate when Chioma will menstruate again in February. And it's how many days? We know that she has 27-day cycle length. So we are going to count. Let's count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So Chioma's next period is going to be when? On the 3rd. On the what? On the 3rd. This is when her next period would be. So now let's calculate when Chioma will be able to take in. Let us calculate when she's fertile, when she can do the do and those call go sharp. Now let's look at this. We're going to start counting from here, from the 3rd. Chioma has a 27-day cycle. So her ovulation will be on the 13th day, counting from her period. 13th day, counting from her last period. Now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you see this 15, that's on Thursday here. This is the day Chioma is most fertile. This is the day her body will release an egg. Now, when can Chioma meet her husband? Chioma can meet her husband on the 13th, 14th, and 15th, especially 15. This is the day her body releases an egg. We have to be very careful when doing this calculation so you don't miss it. Okay? So this is this for Chioma. Now, let us look at a 35-day cycle length. Okay, let us look at the third person now, Auntie Hawa. Auntie Hawa has 35-day cycle length. 35-day cycle length, and then she menstruates for 7 days. Her cycle length is a long type. okay, the long one. So let's go back to our table and do this calculation for Hawa and tell her when she can get pregnant. Okay, so we'll count from 7 still. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Auntie Hawa is going to menstruate from 7 to 13. Now let's calculate when Auntie Hawa would menstruate again. This is already 7. So let's start from afresh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So this is the 35th day, right? Now Auntie Hawa's next period will start on the 11th. Okay, remember she has 35 days cycle length, so her ovulation day would be 21 days counting from the last day she had her period. Now you need to know this thing very well. You need to know this very well. This is what will help you to do your calculation, to do the maths. So let's calculate when Auntie Hawa would get pregnant. So we're going to start counting from the 11th. 11. We're going to count how many days now. 21 days from this her period day. So 11, 12. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So the second is Auntie Hawa's ovulation. This is the day her ovaries release an egg. This is the day that her ovaries release an egg and she can get pregnant. In fact, the chances of getting pregnant on this day is very high. Now, when is safe for Auntie Hawa to meet her man, and get pregnant? She can meet him on the 29th and on the 1st. That's 2 days before the ovulation. Now, the risk of meeting after the ovulation is that when your egg has been released, if there is no sperm to fertilize it, it will die off. The egg will just die off. And once it goes, that's all, till the next cycle. Okay, so we don't take chances here. All right, we don't take chances here. Do it before. Don't wait till after. Just do it before. Okay, so she will be ovulating on the 2nd, and then she can meet her partner. 29th, 1st is a very fine days. She can still get pregnant if she meets him on the 29th and 1st. How can she get pregnant? Because the sperm can still survive in her system before the egg is released. That's the ovulation day. So we have seen that Bimbo, Chioma, and Hawa have different cycle lengths and they menstruate for different times. Like the number of days they menstruate is different, and then their ovulation occurs on different days, different timing, cannot be the same. You need to learn this. I'm emphasizing on this. You need to learn this very well. You need to calculate well. A whole lot of ladies are out there thinking they are infertile because they have not calculated their ovulation well. Plenty of people think that it's somebody that is doing them. Meanwhile, you've not calculated this properly. If you calculate this well and you are medically fit, then I don't see why people should think that they are infertile. Okay, so this is all for now. If you have a question, please drop it in the comment section, and if you have contributions, drop them as well while we relate and discuss more. All right, thank you so much for listening. I hope you can work with this. If you don't understand anything, please drop your questions. I'm definitely going to respond. Okay, bye. Thank you.